CEO of Walmart, Doug McMillon, has just announced that consumers should expect to see increased prices in groceries for the foreseeable future.
The cost of groceries are going to be going up significantly next year in 2026.
The economy is so bad. Look at the prices. Everything is like $5 for each item.
Look at these prices. Do you see prices going down anymore?
It can't be just me who thinks they need to go get a second, third, or fourth job to just be able to afford groceries.
Okay, y'all, I am pissed. And yeah, I'm coming on here to talk to you guys about it. I'm so tired of being broke. I have done all the right things. And I am working as much as I can, being a single mom, trying not to take away more time away from my child. So I'm doing TikTok and I am trying to do as many lives, but get enough sleep so I'm healthy for my child, but also find a time to work out, find a time for me. That's not including any of those things. And I just had to freaking take out a loan to buy groceries. Like, I had to use a firm and pay interest for my bare minimum fucking groceries. And you know what? For everybody that is going to be like, it's your fault for being a single mom. It's your fault for being in debt. It's not. Like, and I know that. I know it's not my fault, and I know I'm doing everything. But it doesn't make it any better. Like, the fact that for bare minimum groceries, I am now having to pay a monthly thing, and I had to make it the smallest amount because I don't have any extras. So I had to make it the small amount. So I'm going to be stretching this over a frickin' year and paying $12 extra each month because I don't have extra dollars. And then next month I'm going to be even more debt because now I have this added on top of it. But I'm going to need more groceries after this week to feed my son and I. Like, I don't get how people are surviving. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. And I know I'm not the only one. I needed to come on and say it. Okay, thanks.
It can't be just me who thinks they need to go get a second, third, or fourth job to just be able to afford groceries. I have to buy groceries every 2 weeks. No matter how much I try to cut back, it's still $500-$600. And I'm drowning. It is so stressful. My kids have to eat. My bills have to be paid. Man, I just wish something would give.
You've been here since last night.
Yeah.
It's that important to get what you need.
Yes. And I don't keep the car running. I can't afford the gas. So I have sleeping bags to stay warm.
Folks here share a similar raw reality.
I still feel bad that I have to come up here and sit in a line, to get food. It's embarrassing as hell.
Leo and Donita Barnett are among the 175 households receiving food today.
Thank God we got it. We'd probably be sitting down there laying underneath a tree somewhere.
It's a matter of life or death.
It is. It is.
Pastor Marty Reese oversees the distribution.
We're in serious times. I mean, people are struggling. Cost of living has went up. Everything has went higher.
Are you seeing more people coming through these lines?
We used to see maybe 50 to 60 cars. It's doubled, and it's probably going to get worse.
Feeding nearly 375,000 people falls on Harvesters, a nonprofit food network. But cuts to government programs, including more than $1 billion in federal food aid, along with rising inflation, translates to fewer donations than previous years. 1 in 7 people in 27 counties across Kansas and Missouri are food insecure.
Good morning from the food bank. I wanted to show you what happens sometimes. I'm going to show you everything we have to hand out for the next 3 days. 3 days. We have no orders expected to come in. This is what we're facing for the next 3 days. I'm going to show you what we have on the shelves. It's not going to go very far. Okay, we are completely out of hot and cold cereal. None left. We have a few tins of tomatoes. 1 tin of crackers. We have some, these are egg noodles. We have pasta, a little bit of rice. These 3 rice containers are normally full. They're not. We are completely out of beans, vegetables, soup, fruit. We have nothing. Look, we have 2 taco kits left. We have some peanut butter, and we might have some eggs. I don't know what we've got. That's it for our eggs. We've got mayonnaise, we have potatoes, we got bread. We have a ton of bread. So we do have a lot of bread. We've got freezers full of bread, and it's all fresh, but it's frozen right now. We just got it in. Out here, we've got some apple. Oh, we do have some coffee and some tea. We've got.
You notice?
Yeah, in a minute, Stephen. We do have some meat left, so we can give out protein. And we've got potatoes. This is it for our 1 bag of apples, 1 bag of carrots. Oh, we do have some more apples back there. That's it. We have dog food. I don't know what's in this freezer. Let's see. Butter, margarine. We have some margarine. And that's it for 3 days. Please, if you are capable of donating to a food bank near you.
I just moved to New York City. Could somebody tell me why this shit is $108? Let me show you what I got for $108. Look at this. I got like 5 food items. Some like, oh my God. Are you kidding? What the fuck?
So I just got home after 4 months away and I did groceries. And this is what $73 worth of groceries looks like in Las Vegas, January of 2026. This is ridiculous.
This is what I got. Eggs, berries, 4 shots, ibuprofen, turkey sausage, rum and alcohol, Epsom salt, turmeric, and mouthwash, and water. So let's see what the total price is. All right, guys, here we go. $86.77 for those little bit of things. And that's it.
If you are finished scanning.
Thank you. Yep. That's it. Unbelievable. Charge you for bags.
5 cents. Your total is 86.82.
5 cents.
Please select your payment method.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
No, because why was it that I went to the grocery store to get ingredients for like the next 2 dinners? So that would be to feed 2 people twice. It was $106 for the ingredients. And it's not over here like I'm getting the most expensive steak. I'm getting the most expensive XYZ. Like, I was trying to be modest about what I was getting. I put shit back. Like, that is insane. Like, I didn't actually get one of the ingredients because I saw at the cash register how much it was, so I ended up putting it back. But why on earth was it $106 for me to get ingredients for 2 meals? The grocery store prices are ridiculous. Like, I stand by it that it can actually be cheaper to eat out sometimes. Like, going to Chipotle, that cost me less the entire meal than if I were to go get those ingredients. It's wild.
The prices for fresh produce, like fruits and vegetables. It's fruits and vegetables. Like, we need that. It's almost like you don't want us to be healthy. The economy is so bad. Look at the prices. Everything is like $5 for each item. Like, each item is close to $5. Like, and then God forbid you want meat or fish or anything, like $9 to $11 for some fish. Thank goodness I don't have to buy these anymore. Yeah, look at luncheon meat. Look at this. It's ridiculous. This is what I have a problem with. This right here. This is what bothers me. Who is paying almost $10 for 6 little oxtails? You can go to the restaurant and get a full meal for $15 with more than 6 oxtails in it. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous.
Okay, so my husband and I just left the grocery store. We did not go to Costco today. We just came to our regular Fred Meyer Kroger store. I did not need a paper towel or toilet paper or laundry detergent or any of those items. I also didn't buy any meat, like any meat products, no chicken, no beef, because we normally get that at Costco. It's a lot cheaper. And so I pretty much just needed to stock up on milk and eggs and bread and things of that nature, like coffee and sugar. Tell me why our grocery bill for probably enough food for the week, maybe a week and a half if we're stretching it, was $175. $175, and that's after the like Fred Meyer points and discounts and stuff and things that were on sale, and I had some coupons. But $175. It was almost $200 before that, and I am just like, wow. Wow. Families that haven't had a wage increase in the last few years, how are you surviving? I literally, like, the price of things is starting to actually shock me so much. Our coffee that we used to buy, it's just the Bustelo coffee. That's what I make my Cuban coffee with. It used to be like the same can, used to be like $5. Now it's almost $10, which is crazy. And I just don't know how people are doing it anymore. Like, how be almost $200 to feed a family of 2?
Look at these prices. Do you see prices going down anymore? How can people eat? Look at the inflation. A steak is $21 and they're charging $17.99 a pound. Look at the other prices. The London broil steak, $12. That's outrageous to feed everybody. The inflation isn't going down. $8.49 a pound for steak. And look at this one. A porterhouse is going to run you $21.95, $17.99 a pound. This is out of control. Look how ridiculous this is. These used to be $4.99 a few months ago. Now look at the prices. These prices are ridiculous for these. Look at how ridiculous the prices still haven't dropped for this amount of eggs, liquid eggs. Let's see how many ounces this is. For a pound of liquid eggs, $4.49. And if you want to get a smaller or bigger one, which is 32 ounces, it's $6.99. These prices haven't gone down. It's ridiculous. Although these eggs seemed to have gone down, it's still outrageous to charge this much money for people to eat food. It's unbelievable. This is criminal. How could this be a bargain? This is usually $12.99 for how many? It has 26 packs, $13 regularly, now $9.99. This is not a bargain. Look at all these prices. The store brand isn't even better. It's cheaper, but it's still outrageous.
Can somebody tell me why every time I go grocery shopping, I feel like I owe my spouse an apology? Even though we haven't gotten anything besides like chicken and ground beef as far as meat in the last like 6 months. I mean, just simply buying staples feels like I'm making poor financial decisions all the time, and it shouldn't feel this way. We were actually studying in my English class a story about a stay-at-home mom and a husband, and one of my kids was asking me, well, they can't be making that much money, they can't be doing well if he's the only one that's working. And I'm like, we've just, like, the new generation, and I mean, these are young kids, but they don't even conceptualize that people could be like comfortable living on one income. It's just not even like a reality for them anymore. And I'm over here with a professional degree working, my husband, professional degree, working the same job that I do. And we are like, well, I guess we're never eating brisket again. I guess we're never eating steak again. At this point, bacon is starting to feel really bougie. And I'm having buyer's regret and remorse after buying, you know, things to cook with. We haven't gone out to eat in like 2 weeks. And the grocery prices just keep going up. They keep going up. And I'm the one that's responsible for doing the shopping in my family. And I always feel like kind of hangdog, even though he hasn't done anything to prompt it, because it feels like every month I'm like, hey, I spent even more on groceries. So, yeah, that's been fun. When was that economy gonna get better again? When were groceries gonna get affordable?
I just saw a news source on TikTok say that the cost of groceries are going to be going up significantly next year in 2026. Living here, I'm going, how is it even possible? Because it's outrageous as it is. They're saying on average, a family of 4 is predicted to spend about $17,000 next year on groceries. That is $1,000 more already than what we're spending this year, which is $16,000 in 2025, which is absolutely insanity. How can people even afford to live at that rate? You have to be making above 6 figures to maintain that lifestyle. If I go to the grocery store now and I buy 3 to 4 items, I minimum, cheaply, am spending $20. That's on a good day. $20 gets me maybe 3 to 4 items if I'm lucky. I am barely surviving, let alone a family of 4. It seems so corrupt, it seems so wrong. And then they're saying the reasoning for the price increase is potential tariffs, which, thank you so much, Donald Trump.
CEO of Walmart, Doug McMillon, has just announced that consumers should expect to see increased prices in groceries for the foreseeable future. McMillon also stated that these inflated food costs will likely stay at the inflated rate, if not increasing more. Now, according to McMillon, these inflated food prices are because of the cost of eggs and what's happening with dairy right now. But I think we should take a look at his salary instead. Last year alone, in total compensation, Doug McMillon made a whopping $26.9 million. Side note, this is a $1.6 million increase from the previous year. When we break down that $26.9 million, it is $1.5 million as his base salary, $19.6 million in stock awards, and $5.8 million in other compensation. CEOs and billionaires are literally robbing us of a decent quality of life. So if the cost of groceries is truly only up because of inflation, what's happening with dairy, and the cost of eggs, supposedly, why did your salary increase by $1.6 million, huh, Doug? Can you explain that to us, Doug?
USDA just canceled over $1 billion in funding for schools and food banks to buy from local farms. Here's what that means. 2 major programs just got shut down. One helped schools and child care centers buy fresh, local food. The other funded food banks and community feeding programs. Both were meant to make food supply chains stronger and get nutritious meals out to people who need them. Now, no new funding is coming. States can use what's left in their current agreements, but once that's gone, that's it. No more. School nutrition officials are worried because schools depend on this to provide healthier meals. Food banks are losing a key funding source, and small farmers who supplied these programs just lost a major buyer. Even governors are pushing back. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey called the cuts devastating for families and farmers. At a time when food prices are high and food insecurity is rising, this decision matters. Schools, food banks, and local farmers are all affected. So what happens next? That's the question. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
The crazy reality is that almost 40% of all the food produced in the United States ends up in a landfill. And so that's why it's pretty cool that we have this 2-part mission, because we have all this food going to waste on one side of the problem, and then on the other side of the problem we have 120,000 people in Mecklenburg County that are going hungry. So it really just takes kind of a connecting point in between to be the conduit between where food is wasted and where it's needed. Inside of professional kitchens, and especially large venues, there is an insane amount of food waste. And it's kind of baked into the cake, right? So if you're a cafeteria, the first person who walks through your line has to have the same options of food that the last person does. So there's food waste baked into the cake. Now some companies do a really good job of like using some of that food waste and repurposing that food, but there's always going to be some food waste. So the idea is how can we rescue that food waste and get it to somebody who needs it?
One of the more insidious parts about grocery store food waste is that they write off their shrink for a tax credit. That's why they don't donate it, and that's why employees aren't even allowed to take it home. That's a fireable offense. Stuff that's about to be thrown away, even if you already recorded it as a loss, you cannot take it home. Can't even get it at a discounted price. A lot of stores do this, but some don't. I have a coworker who used to work in the bakery department at Sam's Club. Their food waste isn't waste. Waste, I say that lightly, because it's leaving the store, but it's still good and it's donated. That food is donated and it goes into people's mouths. Meanwhile, we throw out pounds and pounds of chicken, fried chicken, baked chicken, chicken tenders, French fries, mashed potatoes, soups, because it's the end of the night and nobody bought it. And that happens at least twice a day. And this isn't even accounting all the scraps. I work at a deli, okay? So we're slicing meat. It comes in these big fucking mushed together blocks, cubes, little ovals. And guess what? The ends of that meat get thrown away. And that accumulates. Same with bread. We make paninis, but it's not a square loaf of bread. It is a big round loaf. And the ends of the bread that are too small to make sandwiches get thrown away. We're not allowed to take any of this home because it's a tax write-off. You can write off that loss as a business. And they'd rather do that because it's more profitable than donating it to the homeless, to any kind of food pantry. Every night there's a shopping cart full of food that I pull off the shelf, and there's more that we pull from our cases. And this is one department at a small store. You know that there's food waste, but you don't know how much food waste there is until you work in one of these establishments. It's like actually fucking insane and infuriating.